Hey, what's good, y'all? It's your boy, who is Raphael Leraux, your resident rapper VTuber here, and today I am doing something I am so excited to do. See, I gotta be honest with y'all though. I have been watching Doctor Who, this new season that's come out with Shuri Gatwa on Disney Plus. I've been watching it on my own. I have not wanted to record any videos of it or make any content out of it. This has just been my way of relaxing and decompressing and just like my me time. But I was working all weekend and I started seeing people on threads. I started seeing people on Instagram talking and hyping up this new episode so much. And the thing that made me want to make a reaction video out of it was that I saw somebody say this is the blackest episode of Doctor Who ever. Like, I'm gonna be real. Like, I saw in the previews that we were gonna be visiting Lagos, Nigeria, and for any of y'all who don't follow me, IRL with my music career, you may not know that I am actually Nigerian. I am Nigerian, Puerto Rican, and Mexican. And so that alone hit me in a very close place because it's not very common that you get a lot of Nigerian representation in the media, especially on something as big as Doctor Who. So I was already interested, but seeing people saying how black this episode was and people saying how good the episode was and just how strong this season has been already, like we have not had a miss this entire season. Like I'm hype, and that made me want to record the reaction because I was like, oh, if y'all giving y'all giving some Naija representation and y'all doing it right, yeah, I gotta record this. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the story and the engine, which is episode 5 of season 2 of Doctor Who on Disney Plus. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Long time ago, back in the village when I was a small boy, the fire.
Ooh, that looks dope.
Eating the forest, people running and screaming. But me, I ran to the river with my little cup to get water. What are you doing? What I can, I shouted, and ran back to pour it on the fire. Are you a farmer? I asked. No. I am the doctor.
And you're sure that this doctor will come?
Yes. He always comes when needed.
Hold up. Because there's already a lot that I want to just digest in there. First off, the story, really dope. His response to the kids laughing at him, saying, what are you doing? Him saying, what I can. Like, that was hard. That is a hard line. I like that. This definitely feels like the type of story that you would hear from the old head at the barbershop. And just from this opening scene, I understand fully why they say this is the blackest episode we've ever gotten. Like, if y'all have not been around black folks and black culture just across the diaspora, like, the barbershop holds such a sacred significance, especially for black men. Like, it is such an integral part of black culture, like I said, just across the diaspora. Like, it don't matter if you're Afro-Latino, it don't matter if you're, from the motherland, from one of the countries out there, it don't matter if you're from the Middle East, it don't matter if you are from the Caribbean, from the islands, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is a just ingrained piece of our culture that seems to just transcend nationality and transcend culture. And it's such a beautiful thing. And I love that this is what we're focusing on in here. That ominous ass red light, it seems like we got some real spooky shit going on. And I feel like it's got to do with that barber because they ain't even show his face. They just show him cleaning the clippers. So I'm interested. This already got me hooked. But yeah, I fully understand why they say this a black ass episode, man, and I'm here for it. I love how lived in this barbershop feels too. Like, this feels very real. It doesn't feel like a set, if that makes any sense.
Lagos, Nigeria. It
Yes,
has the
sir.
largest communications technology market in Africa, and it is near Almost Palace.
Almost Palace?
My favorite barbershop. Omo, the owner, is a friend of mine. We met in a fire.
Barbershop? The TARDIS does your hair.
It does. It does. I don't go there for cuts. It's hard to explain.
This part, I'm gonna be real. Like we hold our barbers to a very high level of significance. Like a black barber can make or break your week. You know what I'm saying? Like that is the person who determines whether or not you could pull. Like the barber got so much power over you. But real talk, like it is such an important place to be just for a level of community, for a level of belonging, especially in, you know, America where being a black man can come with so much baggage. It can come with so much negativity being tossed your way from every direction. And having that space where you can just be yourself without judgment from anybody else, you can just let your hair down, you know, figuratively and literally. You know what I'm saying? And just be with others who are like-minded, or even, you know, contrasting minds, but people that you can talk to and who will relate with you. It is such a beautiful thing, and it is such an important thing that most black Americans that I know value very deeply. And I love the fact that they're showing this aspect of it with this current iteration of the Doctor being as he is a black man. Like they're showing a difference within the culture that he is experiencing now, and I love that, man. Like they're shining light on something that is so integral to black culture.
My body changes a lot.
It's
It's the first time I've had this black body. Some parts of the earth I'm now treated differently.
Hold up though, because that brings up a very big question, because we saw in Jodie Whittaker's run that we had Joe Martin, who was only the Doctor for like one episode and completely stole the show, and I'm still punching the air like Cuba Gooding in Boys in the Hood, because where is my Joe Martin Doctor content? She was iconic in like one episode. And people, even the weird ass hating ass people who don't like having a black doctor, don't like having a woman doctor, even they can't deny the charisma and presence that Joe Martin has. So like I really hope we're not erasing her from here, from this, or not erasing, of course, because she's canon, she was there, but I hope we're not ignoring her presence because Shooty saying, you know, this is his first time in this black body. Yeah, I don't know. That kind of makes me feel a little weird. It feels like a little Joe Martin erasure, and I'm praying that ain't what's going on, because that's gonna break my heart.
Here in Africa, in that barbershop, I'm accepted.
Yes.
I'm able to forget. we we laugh, we tell stories. They
Treat you like one of their own?
See, that's exactly what I was talking about with how important barbershops are. Yes.
You say you're not human, but that's the most human thing ever, Doctor.
Ooh. Belinda dropping bars. 100% agree. That is the most human thing ever. We are a social species. We need community. We need people around us to share with and to build with and to build off of. Like we've been essentially beaten into this hyper individualistic state of thinking, but in our nature, in our essence, humans are a very social creature, and barbershops really provide that for a lot of us. Man, I love this. And I wanted to mention, I forgot to say it before I hit play again. I do want to point out that I love what they're doing with acknowledging his blackness too. Like they're not dwelling on it. They're not, making it his entire personality, which is what a lot of people were afraid of, especially black folks. We were worried that this was going to become a, I'm the black doctor, especially because there's not a whole lot of black folks writing for Doctor Who. So, threading that needle would be insanely difficult. I love the fact that they're acknowledging it still, though. Like, he is a black man who is time traveling now. And that comes with a whole lot of complications. Like, there has been running jokes for years that time travel is pretty specifically a cisgender white male fantasy, because they're the only ones who would be, solid no matter what time period they're going to, for the most part. You know what I'm saying? If you're black, if you're a woman, if you're Indian, if you're Asian, whatever it is, there are a lot of periods of time or a lot of locations that would just be completely locked off for you because it just wouldn't be safe to travel to. So I love that they're acknowledging it. They're not dwelling on it. They're not hung up on it, but they are still pointing it out. Like, yo, this is just what it is. I love that, man. I love the soundtrack, the market. Oh my God, this is so on point.
This is gonna look so nice in you. So nice.
I love. Oh my God, this is giving me so much joy right now. Seeing the market so beautifully depicted with the bright, vibrant colors, everybody smiling, everybody being in community like this. Oh my God, this is making me happy, bro. And I love the way that he is just weaving in and out of the crowd. Like for people who are uninitiated, this crowd would be very intimidating, but because he has that, and I keep harping on community, but because he has that community with them, he's able to navigate in and out of these massive crowds and these winding, almost like labyrinthian walkways and stalls and everything. And, it's easy for him to get through because he has that community. And that's so beautiful, the way that they're depicting this, him hugging and calling her auntie. That's black as hell, first off. But yeah, man, it is showing the culture so much love. This is actually really beautiful, bro. Yo, his fit is on point though. He be dressing, man. And that's everybody that was in the barbershop.
Obioma, doctor, you haven't come in years.
And Stanley has slipped. Damp and misty outside, dusty in here.
It's not me. New management.
Mm.
Welcome. I've been expecting you.
Welcome. Oh. Yeah, you ever see somebody who just got a villainous ass face? Yeah, bro looks like he was born to play the villain. Just the way that his face is structured, bro, look like if Scar from The Lion King was a human. Like, bro just look evil.
He never makes appointments.
Yes, besides, appointments never work in Africa. What are you talking about?
That is the truest thing I've ever heard.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, okay. This is definitely a black horror story, because having your fresh fade grow right back out, that's terrifying. Ain't even picked out or nothing. That's scary.
Once upon a time, a great musician, Yo-Yo Ma, was traveling through Botswana collecting
those
local music
clippers are
when
fire.
he heard a shaman singing. Yo-Yo Ma said, "Stop! Wahoo! Clouds are gone, antelope disappear." So the song changed. You see, in the old days, music was a live thing. But after Industrial Revolution, people became obsessed with producing identical things.
Oh,
to
so
package
true.
Time, but not in Africa. That is why we say we will come at 1, but won't arrive till 3.
Yo. That is so real. I love the way that they're mixing in these stories and these proverbs and just these old ass tales that we tell each other just in family gatherings and social situations. Usually the old heads will tell the younger folks. I love that they're incorporating that into the story. The visuals with the illustrated pictures moving on the wall is so dope. And the fact that they included CPT in this episode has me dead. Like we we really just got a whole explanation of CPT in Doctor Who. That's something I never thought would ever happen, and it's hilarious to me, man. I am in love with this episode. This is the most fun I've had with the Doctor Who episode in a very long time. And that's saying a lot because I love this show.
Cybermen, weeping angels.
You need to get to the court for that to work. They're all connected. The windows, chairs, his clippers.
Your Baba controls it. Him and Abby. Thank you again, Abby. Abby. Every day she brings us food. We'd be lost without her.
You know that face.
Ooh. Okay, there's very clearly a lot of bad blood there. Because if you ever have an African woman look you up and down like that and then suck her teeth like that, that is the worst reaction you could get from looking at her. Because that just screams vitriol. She do not rock with you.
She told me that they both used to work for her father, but he was mean, so they left.
Her father.
Yo, like when they did that close up on her face, she had so much pain in her eyes when they mentioned that he's a Time Lord. And mix that with the way that she just sucked her teeth at him when she looked at him. That got me feeling like they got a lot of history together. Like, I know the Doctor just be abandoning companions left and right. That's low key what it's giving me. Like she was a companion that he had, or maybe one of those situations where he offered to be a companion, like he did with what was the name that David Tennant had, the cat burglar thing with like Lady D'Souza or something like that. That he offered, but she turned it down and flew off with that bus. You know, like that's what it's giving me. Like either she was a former companion or somebody who wanted to be a companion but didn't get the opportunity or something. Because there's hurt there. Like you could see that in her face.
These are men I've known for years. Decades. They're like sons to me.
I came to get a trim for my child's naming ceremony.
I'm an athlete. Relay. 100 meters. Came to get a cut for a championship.
My mother is in hospital.
Omo was lending me money for her medicine. I wanted a fresh cut to see her.
Yo, that is beautiful, and it is so crushing seeing the lives that were basically taken from these men since they've been held captive in this barbershop. And there's things that they can never get back, like bro's career in the relay or you know, missing his child's naming ceremony. Like, damn, man. Like I love when the show looks at the actual repercussions of the things that are going on and like shows you exactly what these people are losing in this situation.
And after a 13-hour shift, she was done.
His pictures are alive.
She was going home. And she heard something.
Oh, Belinda, could you take her obs?
That's interesting.
Bloods, X-ray for her chest, and IV fluids.
Have you considered steroids?
Not for a chest infection. You're right. She's yours.
It's my nan's birthday.
Yo, he kind of asshole. Yeah, that is so real though. Like a lot of times nurses are the ones that are making everything run smoothly, and they're the ones who end up having their time and effort undervalued and underappreciated more often than not. Like that's another thing that I really like about this season, and they're showing everything that Belinda is able to do, is capable of, and a lot of that comes from her career as a nurse. Like, it's just really dope to see.
She guarded a frail life, sacrificing her own joy.
We're speeding up. Hi, Belinda. Just picking up my pills.
Oh,
Don't be silly. I'll be there around
we stay
7.
getting them little
Love you.
Miss Flood sightings.
It's you.
The doctors took over. You saved my life.
I love that. Yes, I really, really love the way that they are showing her being appreciated for her work and everything that she's put, like everything that she's done as a nurse. That's so dope. Just instantly grew back.
You all right, Tomo? His stories alone can superpower the engine.
You see? You can let us go now.
Bro really just sold the doctor out like that. That is grimy. I understand the desperation and needing to be released, but that's messed up. And then dude really just told him in front of the doctor too, like, you sold him out. And he was talking about how at home he felt here with you. That is a level of betrayal that I don't think the doctor has had to experience in a long time.
Barbershop.
Oh, this is dope. I like this. Okay, so remember what I was talking about when the doctor was going through, and I was saying how I love the way that it was shot, because it was showing that because he was in community with these people, he was able to navigate throughout this market just perfectly. And I like that they're showing this juxtaposition with Belinda, who is not connected within the culture and is not connected within the community. So to her, it feels so much more claustrophobic, and it feels so much more just oppressive to her, because she is being pushed up upon. Everybody's in her face. Everybody is pushing her out of the way. Like, this is, oh my God, this is brilliant. The way that they shot this is so smart. And even the colors don't look quite as vibrant as they did when the doctor was walking through this area. The music isn't as bouncy and as fun. Like, it's really going a long way to show you the difference in the doctor walking in as part of the community, able to just bounce around and zigzag with nobody bumping into him at all, hugging people, dapping them up, calling them auntie and uncle and brother. And then Belinda, who is trying to get through, but she's not involved within the community. So for her, it feels so much more claustrophobic, and it feels like you're almost like in a mosh pit. Yo, that is such a brilliant directing choice. I love this. Oh yes, she's getting knocked over.
Madam, you must pay for this, though.
Sorry, I have no money.
You planned this, Omo.
I have to get these men home.
Because I have no home abroad. I'm expendable.
The families need them.
And I have none, so I don't matter.
I love this shop. I loved you, Omo.
I thought it was a home for me. I was safe.
Yeah, man. Omo took that away from him. That one safe space. And this is what I was talking about in the very beginning, that so many black men rely on their barbershop for that safe space. So having that ripped away from him in such a callous way, honestly. Yeah, man, that's foul.
Do not talk to me ever again. I trusted you with both of my hearts, with everything that I am. How could you?
I love the fact that how could you was so soft and so sad, because it isn't in anger. Like, he is furious, but it's not feeling anger. It's feeling hurt and betrayal. And the way that he delivered that line was so perfect at expressing that. Wait, yo, the spider's head being the mask is genius. But okay, this just kind of gave it away for me a little bit. Because I know this season we are dealing with all different types of gods. Being in Nigeria and being on this giant spider. Oh shit, we are getting a Nancy, and I'm so hyped for that. I'm all right. I'm calling it now that the barber is Anansi, and that's brilliant. It's really cool, and I like the way that they're depicting this giant spider traversing this like otherworldly web. That's so dope. Oh, that's creepy. Nope, never. Don't ever follow a small child that's out by themselves. That's a demon. And the baby just disappeared.
That structure that I saw, the Nexus. I used to call it the World Wide Web.
It's so stupid. That is such a dumb joke.
Doctor.
What is that? It took you long enough. Alarms in the TARDIS must have been going off.
Yeah, nearly blew my ears
Oh
off.
yeah, she definitely got history because she was mean mugging and she saw a doctor hug Belinda.
From his story, your companion? So where have you been? Did he leave you behind? Tell you to wait?
No, I told him to go, actually.
All he has done is stomp around giving people awful haircuts.
Smacking bro's shoulder when you say awful haircuts just felt mean. Like, yes, his hair is kind of a mess, but that felt uncalled for.
And they are all
You didn't
scared
have to
of him.
roast him like that, bro.
He hides his identity like a coward, a troll on the web. Don't be scared. He has no real power.
Ooh, I love the way that he is just goading him into revealing who he is. Like, he is playing on his ego in such a brilliant way.
You want to know who I am? I go by many names.
Oh, I called it, and that is such a dope depiction of Anansi right there. That looks so fucking cool. Oh my god, that looks dope. I love the spider's legs coming from the hair like that. That is fire.
Anansi.
Yes.
The man spider. Saga. The Norse
what?
goddess.
Oh, okay.
That's dead. Dionysus, the Greek god of theater. Even Loki, god of mischief. I have been them all.
Okay, that feels... This nigga ain't a Nazi. That feels like a hell of a bluff. Because they all have similarities, but they're all so drastically different also. Loki is what really set it off for me, because the rest feel, you know, somewhat similar as gods or goddesses of stories in a sense. And Loki, I mean, I guess kind of, but that's not the main thing that you would think of with Loki. That one kind of threw me off a little bit.
In many cultures, in many worlds.
And what is it that you do?
I begin all things.
Oh, that vocal effect, that echo, it was so low, but that lower voice repeating "I begin all things" was dope. Oh, yo, he's cutting the locks. He's doing the same thing without having to sit in a barber chair while he's explaining who he is. That's so smart.
I am the well of words. The Godfather Creole.
Okay, see, that feels like it gave it away a little more for me. I don't think he's a god, because he said he is the Godfather Griot. And if you don't know, the griots were travelers, they were storytellers. They were the ones who would share the tales, the poems, the epics. They were the ones who were responsible for just sharing the wisdom, the knowledge, and all of that, which is so brilliant that he is the one running this barbershop that is fueled off of people's stories. Like, that is essentially what a griot is. Like, they are the storytellers. Yeah, so he can't be a god himself if he is the griot, because the griots were the ones who were telling the stories of the gods. So I feel like he just kind of showed his card right there in his speech, and the way the doctor is looking at him kind of feels like he ain't believing him.
This barbershop.
Yeah, see, he's calling the bluff.
You sure?
Yes.
Ooh. Oh, they foul for that. They foul for just dogging him out like that.
Why are you laughing? What's so funny?
Yeah, they called the bluff. He's a griot. He ain't a god.
He's lying.
Look at his face sink
Met
too.
Dionysus. We drank so much wine we caused a drought in Athens.
I love the idea that the thing that tripped him up is the fact that he's claiming to be people that the doctor has met and encountered in the past. But yeah, as soon as the doctor said he's lying to you, bro's face dropped. Yeah, there was little things in there that kind of telegraphed it, that he was bluffing.
Saga and I watched Marvel movies up until Endgame. She didn't like Thor, muscles were too small. I played chess with Bastet. I let her think that she let me let her win. She kicked my ass thoroughly. And Anansi.
Bastet being brilliant at chess is also just funny to me.
Purposely lost the bet to make me marry one of his daughters. I know the gods.
Ooh.
You are.
Oh, that is so dope. That's really dope, because it's not the most common story for Anansi. Like, most people know about Anansi's sons, but there's a play about the daughter of Anansi, where essentially Anansi, in an act of greed, is offering up his daughter. What was her name? It was very similar to his name. It was like Anansewa or something like that. Anansewa, something similar to that. But yeah, in this play, Anansi is offering his daughter in hopes of gaining riches. So the doctor basically saying he was the one is brilliant, and I love that they're pulling up something that is, for most non-Nigerians, would be very niche knowledge. Like, this tells me that they definitely had somebody with knowledge of Nigerian folklore and Nigerian stories and plays and media very close to the writer's room with this. Well, I know they don't really do writer's rooms per se, but you know what I mean. Like, yo, that is such a deep cut, and I love it. That actually has me tripping out. Like, I know we talk about musicals and plays a lot on this channel. That is a classic play that I don't even know if there is a filmed version that would be like accessible to many people. But it's a classic and such a deep cut. It's crazy, bro.
Tell the truth. Who are you?
Ooh, bro looks terrified.
You don't have to answer that. Look at
Nah, the doctor is just bitching him right now.
Who are you?
Wherever they told stories, I went. I told them myths, their legends, cleaned them up, printed them in books.
See, this makes his grandfather griot comment make so much more sense, because he was the one doing it. I love that.
That was my job. They told me that I should know my place. I primed the Nexus so well that it worked without me. So they threw me out of my life's work.
Yo, the mask on the spider and the colors and the patterns, it's so well designed. Oh my God. And I love the fact that he created this web and traverses it, and it does really play into Anansi a lot. And the way that the web looks kind of low-key reminds me of the Spider-Verse too, which if you've read Spider-Man's, like the Spider-Verse comics, you know that Anansi is a Spider-Man in the Marvel universe as well, like along with the whole Web of Fate or whatever it's called. But the the web that connects all of the Spider-Men or Spider people, I should say. Yeah, like, so it's visually reminding me of that iteration of Anansi and all of that. But I love the design of this. This is so cool.
Typical doctor. Irresponsible.
I have never.
Wait. That's it. Abby, the daughter of Anansi. Abna, that is your full name, isn't it?
Don't you dare speak.
Ooh, and he mentioned winning that bet for the daughter of Anansi, but it is interesting, I guess. For as deep a cut as it is, they did still kind of throw it off a little bit, because I didn't think that she was Anansi's daughter, because it is a different name. I've never heard that name for her or any iteration of it that could be construed as Abby. Like I said, I only know of it as, I think it was like Anansiwa, something like that. I'm bad with the pronunciation of her name. I've only really seen it written aside from the time that I saw the play when I was a kid, but it stuck with me. But yeah, I'm interested at the fact that they changed her name just like slightly. But this is so dope. It's such a deep cut. I'm still tripping over that.
I grew up trapped with Anansi, terrified someone would win me in a bet. I heard about you, traveling through time. I had faith you would help. You humiliated me, Doctor.
Bruh. Oh my fucking God. I was just saying I was afraid they were finna just ignore Joe Martin's doctor, and y'all just made me look like a whole idiot. Like, y'all got me out here looking like Boo Boo the Fool right now. I was so worried that Russell T Davies was just gonna ignore Joe Martin, and y'all got me. Y'all got me with that first time in this black body comment. Because we got her back, and I am so hype. I know this is just about to be a cameo. Again, we keep just getting her as cameo doctors. But this just gave me faith, because I was so scared we were ignoring Joe Martin, and here we are. Yes.
I was a fugitive back then, and Nancy was wrong to offer that bet. And frankly, darling, I was busy in a different story that might be finished one day.
Call them out. Call them the hell out. A story that might be finished one day. Finish her goddamn story, people. Please. We are demanding more Joe Martin. Y'all playing in our faces.
You actually took that bet.
I tried to lose.
And make him storyteller supreme. A trustworthy and careful God.
That is what he's told you. That he's going to become everything that he hates and despises. And you believe him? I know vengeance, and I can taste his. It is bile black and bitter. You are planning.
When did his hair change? And Disney. My guys. How is it even in Doctor Who we cannot escape the goddamn default Killmonger braids? Why are they in everything black? But I swear, like, outside of Killmonger, I have never seen an actual real life black person with the goddamn Killmonger haircut. But it is the like default hairstyle in every game with a black character now. It is the modern version of the high top or the bald head. Like, why is every black character have this haircut, my guy? I swear, y'all making black people hate this hairstyle because we had one dope character have it, and all of a sudden,
Severing the gods from the story web, cutting them from their essence will destroy them. All the gods gone.
That would destroy your father.
This is my gift to you.
We need power. Now!
Please, okay, do what she says, okay? We have to get back home, our families.
I can't help him do this.
Please.
Hurt people. Hurt people. Your father hurt you.
Okay, I get what you're doing, Belinda. I get it. That was such a Tumblr line, though. Hurt people, hurt people. Y'all one step away from realize right now. Like, it was about as Tumblr as you can get. I know, because I was there in them Tumblr streets at the time. I absolutely know hurt people, hurt people. Other than that, like, they are acting their asses off right now. But that line really kind of threw me off a little bit. It was a little bit heavy-handed, just a little bit. It is just so cliche. Like, the line itself is so cliche that it kind of pulled me out of the moment a little bit.
The difference between good and evil is what we do with that pain.
That was a bar, though. That was a good line.
Put him in the chair. With pleasure. Rashid, come. No. I promise I will get
They
you home.
mopping up on the doctor.
We do not want to do this. Put him down. Put him down.
I will talk. I will tell a story.
Yeah, Doctor is pissed at all of them, and rightfully so.
In a time of slavery and deep suffering.
Oh, yes. I already know where we're going with this, and I love it. Another thing that I just never thought we would get in Doctor Who. The origin of cornrows and the significance of them in black culture. Oh my God. Like, especially black American culture, to be a little more specific. But, you know, also Caribbean. Oh my God. This episode is fucking amazing.
Slaves who broke their chains and escaped would return to try to free others. Slaves were not allowed to carry paper. They could make their hair into many shapes and patterns. And in one style, hair could be braided to the scalp, bending and curling like
this
rolls
is
or palms.
beautiful.
So the women would weave maps into their hair.
Yes, this story is something that was just taught to me when I was a small child, and it's just stuck with me forever. Like, especially as, you know, a black man who had long hair. Anytime I had my straight backs, anytime I had, you know, anytime I got braided up, this story always stayed just in my mind. And it is such a beautiful tale of the things that people would do to persevere, you know what I'm saying? Like, braiding the maps for the Underground Railroad and to get in and out of plantations. Like, it's brilliant and shows such an ingenuity and ability to work in the most difficult, dark situations possible. And I love that this story is being spread to more people, so more people can learn about it and know about it and be motivated to research into it more. Yo, this episode is crazy.
Belinda, now.
Ooh, this overhead shot is fire.
This way. Come on.
Oh, I like that even more. That is so clever. And I love this labyrinth that they're running through.
Stop.
And him actually showing him using the braids as the map. Yes, I love it.
You did this.
It's interesting that they kind of held focus on those Hemingway books a little bit. Which, I mean, I know his whole thing is storytelling and all of that. But Hemingway was like the last author that I would really expect to be in this collection. I don't know if there's like an Easter egg that I'm missing or something, but oh, that looks so cool. Oh, I like that.
Beating heart inside a brain.
Brilliant. What else is a story? What else could hold all stories?
It's that combination of heart and mind in there. That's so dope. That looks so dope. And it's low-key, like, it low-key reminds me of, and this may be me reaching, honestly. It most likely is me reaching, just because we are in, hella Nigerian territory. But I'm gonna drop the logo for a brief second, and hopefully Disney don't attack me for it. But yeah, like the design of the brain opening up into the heart low-key reminds me of like a baobab tree, which, if you're familiar with Nigerian culture and stories and everything, the baobab tree has a lot of significance, and this looks like one of those that's in full bloom. And the baobab tree is also referred to as like the tree of life. But on top of that, on top of just being the tree of life, like, it really symbolizes a whole spectrum of the things, because it has so many like medicinal properties. It has so many different elements to it. And a lot of times it's said to resemble a human heart because of the way that the trunk grows. It tends to resemble like an anatomically correct, like, human heart. And I think that that's really dope that it looked like that and then opened up. So it looked like the trunk and then opened up to look like the whole tree in bloom. And the roots of it being very thick, like, it definitely is giving me like baobab tree, which is very significant to Nigerian people, and I mean West Africans in general. But since we are here in Lagos, Nigeria, like, it's really making me think that this was intentional, but it also could just be a tree. Like, I could be reaching with the significance of the type of tree, but I'm gonna go with it because it feels intentional.
All the gods, they will shrivel up and die.
You did all this to kill them.
Of course, they deserve it.
Rubbish! This is your ego.
Want to hear a story?
No, don't
Really
give him
short,
any more
really
power.
short. You know Hemingway. I saw some of his books back there. I met him.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to see.
I was wondering why the Hemingway was prominently shown on the shelf, and we're getting into it. I love when they drop those seeds into it, like,
Hemi, baby, write me the shortest story you can. He wrote it in 6 words. Short as hell. Do you want to hear mine? I'm born. I die. I'm born.
You're giving me power, but how? I am not connected to you.
No, the engine is connected to me. My stories, my voice. Look, on. Let's do what we're doing.
ooh, I love that. I love when we get the depictions of previous doctors. That just feels like such a pivotal I am the doctor moment.
I'm a doctor. I'm a time
When you fire that first shot, no matter how right you feel,
Best,
you have no...
that Capaldi's speech from the Zygon inversion, hands down, best monologue in all of Doctor Who history. I don't care what anybody says, debate your mama. hands down the best monologue in all of Doctor Who. Capaldi is easily the best actor to have ever played the Doctor, like just in terms of acting chops. And I love that they selected that moment for Capaldi.
My body is like a barbershop, all of them inside, telling their stories, bickering. I will
so
not
dope.
fail them. You will not. No, no. Would you? Hey.
Yeah, the Doctor ain't worried about bodying somebody.
You protect life. That is what I am doing. You destroy the gods. You wreck 7 billion lives. 7 billion or us. I control the engine. You control the doors. Let them out. You were once mortal. Their lives and their stories will end because of you. The shop is compressing. The corridor is now a straight line. Go.
You go. I will be right behind you. Yeah, Belinda? I will be right behind you. Okay? Okay?
I'll wait for you.
What would the essence of your life be? I want you to live long enough to write it. Don't let this be how your story ends.
You found this for me.
I'm going to know the racist. I'm going to find my wife and child and my mother.
I love that. I love that conclusion so much. And them showing the love and appreciation for Abby for being the one that cared for them and took care of them and essentially nourished them while they were trapped and held hostage. Like, that is so beautiful. And her referring to him as little brother, again, just going back into that community and that connection between them. This was such a beautiful ending to the episode.
What will I do now?
What you do best. Keep collecting stories. Start your own barbershop.
No need. I'm retiring. I shouldn't have. I thought you could handle anything.
I can, because you look after me too.
But you're part of my community. I should have protected you. Huh? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too.
Yes. Holy shit, that actually got me a little bit emotional. This ending is so well done and so beautiful.
Let all this settle and continue. Me, I don't belong here. I don't even have a name for people to trust. Try Adetokumbo. My father's name. Thank you. I don't deserve this kindness.
So what will you do now?
Anything I want.
I understand. If you hate him.
I won't have that in my heart.
I love that you can still see the shame in his face every time he looks over at Abby. And like, he hasn't said a word to her because he has that guilt and that shame for what he's done. And I love that they included that. And the way they're wrapping everything up is just so well done and has such a good amount of heart to it. That, just without words, that forgiveness and acceptance, beautifully executed.
Did you
you see a child?
Child?
Yeah, I saw a spooky kid back there.
I didn't see anything.
That's right. I forgot all about that little creepy ass girl that disappeared. What the hell? We just didn't get any kind of resolution on that.
But the stories were leaking out, getting mixed up.
Okay.
Hey, yo, that was such a good episode of Doctor Who, man. The story in the engine was fantastic from start to finish. I know that I'm biased because I got the whole cultural connection, you know. Shout out to my Nigerian people out there. But yeah, man, like that was a really good episode. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. Murray Gold, I need to give props because I didn't even mention him throughout the episode, but oh my God, Murray Gold has been just working this season. Like, he always puts in he always does amazing work. I don't think Doctor Who would be the same without Murray Gold setting the standard from the jump. Like, he is a phenomenal composer, but the music in this episode, oh my God, he genuinely was just flexing this episode, and I am here for it. Murray Gold, I absolutely love your work, my guy. He did the damn thing. The writing in this episode, the acting, this was possibly one of the best acted episodes of Doctor Who I've seen just all around. There was not a weak performance in the entire cast this episode. And I just had to look up who wrote and directed this episode because this, people were right, this is the blackest episode of Doctor Who we have ever gotten. I had to look it up because, like I said, there was some deep cuts into Nigerian lore and stories and culture and everything, and the way that the market looked like that was experience. Somebody was at a Nigerian market. You know what I'm saying? And I looked it up. The writer, what's his name? Inua Ames, something like that, and directed by McCallum McPherson. Like, yes, this is what happens when you allow people of a culture or people familiar with a culture to tell those stories. This felt like Doctor Who all the way from beginning to the end. There was not a point where it didn't feel like Doctor Who, but you could feel the love and respect for Nigerian culture in every aspect of this episode. And that is what we talk about when we're talking about representation. This is what we mean when we say you need to have us in the writer's room, or, you know, by us, I'm talking about like whatever the particular culture that's being represented on screen is, you know, having somebody familiar with that culture, somebody acquainted with the finer aspects of that culture in the writer's room, in the director's chair, showing that love, because what you end up with is a much more complete end product that is beautiful and really shows not just a respect but an appreciation for the story that it's telling. This might possibly be my favorite episode that we've gotten in this modern era, and honestly probably my favorite episode that we've gotten since the Capaldi trilogy, you know, the GOAT Doctor Who trilogy of Face the Raven, Heaven Sent, and Hell Bent. You know, this might be my favorite episode since then, just because, I mean, yes, I am a little bit biased because of the Nigerian representation, but even with that aside, this was the most fun I've had watching an episode of Doctor Who in a very long time. I hope that y'all enjoyed it as much as I did, because I really want to talk about this. So meet me in the comments. Let's chop it up. Let's discuss this episode, because I had so much fun. This was a really good time. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I hope that y'all have a wonderful evening.
I got 2 platinum players on the wall, got a bag full of scars. I got stabbed in the jaw, but I'm still popping out. I tried to drown in the oil, they tried to force me in jars, but when the light came, they see they birthed a Molotov. The righteous ratchet, the balance of being tipping, actors grabbing on the ratchet, the mask, all they intentions, coming up in trenches, passionate being tempered, so I'm walking past my past and I'm passing my sins thinking.